What is Dupont analysis? Today we will learn everything we need to know about Dupont analysis. Dupont analysis, also known as Dupont identity or Dupont model, is a financial analysis method used to assess a company's return on equity, or ROE. It breaks down return on equity into three components. The formula for calculating return on equity using the Dupont analysis is return on equity equals net profit margin times asset turnover times financial leverage. First up, net profit margin. This component represents the company's ability to generate profits from its sales. We can calculate it as net profit margin equals net income divided by total revenue. Next, we have asset turnover. Asset turnover measures how efficiently a company uses its assets to generate sales. We can calculate it the following way. Asset turnover equals total revenue divided by average total assets. Finally, we have financial leverage. Financial leverage assesses how much the company relies on debt to finance its operations. It is calculated as financial leverage equals average total assets divided by average shareholders' equity. The formula for calculating return on equity using the Dupont analysis is, for a reminder, return on equity equals net profit margin times asset turnover times financial leverage. So let's use Visa as an example using September 22 numbers. Everything will be in millions. So number one, we have net profit margin or NPM. So Visa's net income for a specific period was 14,957,000. Total revenue was 29,310,000. So that gives us a net profit margin of 51.03% as calculated as above. To calculate asset turnover, we need the information about the total average assets over the period. For simplicity, let's assume average total assets equals 84 and 198 million. So the asset turnover is going to be 0.348 or 34.8% as calculated above. Finally, we have financial leverage. To calculate financial leverage, you need information about the average shareholders' equity over the period. So the average shareholders' equity was 36 and 585 million. So plugging in the numbers, we get a financial leverage of 2.3 or 230%. Now we can calculate Visa's ROE using the Dupont analysis. Remember, the formula for Dupont analysis is return on equity equals net profit margin times asset turnover times financial leverage. The breakdown of our earlier calculations for each component equals net profit margin was 51.03%, asset turnover was 34.8%, and financial leverage was 230%. Now let's put it all together. Once we do that, we get a return on equity of 40.84%. You can see from multiplying the numbers, that's where our number comes from. So, Dupont analysis, or the Dupont model, is a financial tool used to evaluate a company's return on equity, or ROE, by breaking it into three components: net profit margin, asset turnover, and financial leverage. For Visa, these components yield a ROE of 40.84%, obviously driven by strong profitability, efficient asset use, and significant leverage. Your homework, if you choose to accept, is to run your favorite companies through the Dupont analysis to see what drives their return on equity. Thank you for watching today, and I hope this video was useful. If so, give it a thumbs up. That really helps us out on YouTube. And if you want to continue learning for free, I highly recommend you watch this video next.